Hi, my name is Patrick Call, also known as Reach Out. I am a hip hop artist originally from Scotland, now living in Brooklyn, New York. My mother is a New Yorker, my father was from Scotland. The relevance of this fact will become apparent when I get into my story. And I wanted to tell you about something crazy that happened to me back in the golden era of hip hop in 1997 in San Diego. Myself and my friends from Scotland had travelled for a hip hop event called the B-Boys Summit, as had lots of other kids from all over the world. When we got there, first night of the event, we realised there was way more kids than the event could handle. You know, there was all kinds of kids outside that couldn't get in, and consequently the cops just shut down the whole event for the whole weekend. And we found ourselves back at our motel, just wondering what to do. And what we did is we just started to party. It turned into this huge hip hop event just in our motel. There was a big breakdancing session going on in the car park. There was all kinds of like rapping ciphers going on, and beatboxers and graffiti artists exchanging pieces and black books, and it was amazing. We realised what we had going on was bigger than the event, literally. And we had the time of our lives, you know, it was really wonderful. And then towards the end of it, we were back in our motel room, just drinking beers, reminiscing, and next thing it's like a bam, bam, bam on the door. And we look out the window of the room and it's like, it's the cops. I'm like, alright, let them in. And they bust in the room and they're like, alright, get your shit and get out of here now. And me being young and dumb, I just jump up and I'm like, you can't do that. I says, I'm an American citizen. I know my rights. And they just stop. And they throw me on the bed and just instantly handcuff me. And this one cop is like, oh yeah? Well, this is America. You have no rights. You're going to jail. And my friends are just like, they get out of there. And then the cops drag me out, throw me in the back of the car. And as we're driving off, I just yell to my friends, you know, just try and find me, just try and come and get me. And I'm thinking they're not actually going to put me in jail. I'm thinking they're just going to like yell at me and let me go. You know, they get me down to the precinct. And I'm thinking, right, they're going to let me go. But the cop that arrested me takes me to the bullpen, opens the door, kicks me inside, literally kicks me inside, and is like, go in there and learn all about your rights, and then shuts the door behind me. Slams it. And I'm still thinking, right, they're gonna let me go. Maybe just I have to be here tonight and then they're gonna let me go in the morning. But then they start bringing in all the other people they've arrested during the night, and then they're like, nah, this is just the start of it. They're gonna take us to the penitentiary. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, not me, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. But then the security guards arrive in the middle of the night, chain us all up, put us in a van, and then just start driving. And as we get out of the city, you know, into the desert, I'm like, oh man, this is real. You know, I'm going to jail. And yeah, they take us to the jail, take all our possessions, cold showers, put us in orange prison suits, everything you see in the movies, and then march us into the canteen. By this point, all the prisoners are like having their breakfast, they march us in. And by this point, I just think I'm in a movie. I just like can't believe it's real. They put me in a cell. I'm in the cell, just like trying to make sense of it all, just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. And then the guards come back, and I think they're gonna let me out. But then they're like, no, we need you to come and do some work. And I'm like, all right. So I get marched out with like 5 or 6 other inmates, and they give us all these tools, march us into the car park and tell us to dig up all the weeds. So we're out there like in the baking hot sun, like digging up all these weeds, and like I start telling my story. No one can believe my story, and I'm like realizing it's a good story by this point, you know, and I'm just like taking it all in. And as we're working, we see this huge ball of dust like coming towards us, and we're like, what is that? And then we just see this huge truck creating the ball of dust coming towards us. And as we were like, we all stopped working and we're like looking at it like, wow, it's coming straight towards us. I see these faces up at the windscreen. And I'm looking, and as they get closer and closer, at the very same moment, I see my friends, they see me, we recognize each other. I'm like, oh, there's my friends. And my friends are like, there's Pat, he's in the jail. And like, then they come and they bail me out. And yeah, I just feel very lucky that they found me, you know, I'm very thankful. And that was like the moral of the story, you know, to just trust in your friends and trust that everything's going to be alright, and don't talk back to the cops in the US.